Our fourth honoree is Bradford Edward Ableson. U.S. Navy Chaplain Bradford E. Ableson has dedicated his adult life to the service of God and his country. As a captain in the Navy and an Episcopal priest, he has traveled the globe many times, caring for the needs of his shipmates. Ableson graduated magna cum laude from the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma in 1980. He later earned a Master of Theology degree from Boston University School of Theology, a Master of Divinity degree from Yale University Divinity School, and a Doctor of Ministry degree from Columbia Theological Seminary. Subsequently, he graduated with distinction from the United States Naval War College. In 2008, he received the Lux et Veritas Distinguished Alumnus Award from Yale. In the Navy, Ableson served with the U.S. Marine Corps units, in surface ships, in the Navy's largest submarine squadron, and as command chaplain of aircraft carrier USS George Washington. He is qualified for the Veterans of Foreign Wars 5 times. Onshore, Ableson served as chaplain for President Bill Clinton at Camp David and as an executive officer to the Navy Chief of Chaplains. As command chaplain of the U.S. Strategic Command, he pioneered global religious reconciliation initiatives that continue to sow seeds of peace in war-torn areas. Ableson has worked toward equality issues in the military and was the primary mover behind a series of Navy-wide heritage celebrations that continue to be observed throughout the fleet. He was the architect behind the transformation of the chaplaincy from an institution focused almost wholly on the pastoral needs of personnel to one that embraces senior chaplains as agents of reconciliation with religious leaders around the globe. He is married to the former Julia Tevis Nez, and they reside in Bellevue, Nebraska. Would you please welcome honoree Bradford E. Ableson.
Let me begin with thanks to members of the Alumni Committee who made possible my Hall of Fame selection, and to my nominator, Navy Commander Larry Benzel. Thanks to you two. Thanks as well to President Fever and my good friend, Mr. Bill Smith. I know there is a formal and an informal process in every awards board. And so I have to believe my path to the Hall of Fame would have been rockier had Mr. Smith questioned my suitability for induction. Indeed, it is a great honor to have carried his trust and confidence since I was a schoolboy. And I would be remiss if I failed to mention that I did not come to USAO alone. My then girlfriend and I decided together to attend this college. Alas, she was killed in an automobile accident a mere 17 months after we were married, and her loss created scars at USAO and the wider world to this very day. Gina Benzel would have been inducted into this Hall of Fame long before my name hit the ballot. So I believe it's fitting to honor her. This morning, I'm joined by her mother, Lena Benzel, her brother, the previously mentioned Navy commander, one of her nephews, and the memory of her late father, Benny Benzel. Would you join me? Final recognition of the daughter the Benzels gave our university. Thank you. Now I turn back to USAO. The school lured me. The people kept me. And the mission of USAO transformed my life in ways that allowed me to exceed virtually every dream I had. Quickly, it became evident that USAO was an oasis on the prairies, a place where innovative solutions were applied to the complex problems of the day. As a young Oklahoman, I was given the keys to the vault by admission to USAO. Faculty members were quick to say that the problems of this world are interdisciplinary. I will attest that their words are true. For in a life spent working on complex problems, from landmine reform to global religious reconciliation initiatives, I have yet to find the first truly simple issue. For most of my family members, today is a maiden voyage to USAO. I'm glad my mother could be present today, because though I received enough scholarship money to make my college experience ostensibly free, her generosity ensured that I never needed a thing. Many students were and are kept at USAO by generous financial aid packages. My parents' generosity allowed me to attend USAO by choice. Each single day since, I have lived as an heir to a rich intellectual heritage, so thank you, Mom. Only one sister, Pam, was able to make my commencement in 1980. No doubt she was the only one of anybody's sisters who departed thinking she would return later for the Hall of Fame induction. Certainly, I didn't give it a second thought, and that makes this day sweet indeed. Finally, the words I leave at this podium are those that I articulated while serving as a student here at USAO, and I believe ultimately brought me back to this Hall of Fame. I leave them for the unbroken line of drovers who will enrich our world, some of whom have not been born yet, many of whom have not seen this place yet. The first is those with the highest capacity for achievement learn how to disagree without being disagreeable. No man, second, no man or woman need leave her or his faith at the door in order to change the world, so long as that faith is not used as a tool of contentiousness. And third, anyone who seeks to act only after aligning her or himself with the majority opinion will rarely accomplish a courageous thing in this life. To conclude, my wife Julia and I want to extend a special word of gratitude to our family and friends who made extraordinary efforts to be in Chickasha. You honor us. And finally, I pray I will uphold the ideals of our Hall of Fame. God bless USAO as an essential institution for our state. And thank you for being here today.